Republican Party seems to be ripping itself apart following the Georgia runoffs, which just saw Mitch McConnell, of course, lose control of the Senate. Democrats, of course, will now win the House. They'll now have the House, the White House, and the Senate once Trump is gone. And the establishment Republicans, they have one person that they're going to blame. And that's Donald Trump. So it's coming to a head here. According to a report by Judge Kroshauer, the National Journal, he wrote this. Emotions running high among McConnell-aligned Republicans early Wednesday after reality of what transpired in Georgia settled in. Maybe the heat of the moment, but mood is for declaring war on Team Trump. Want to marginalize Trump as they marginalized Steve Bannon in 2017. Now, they might have a problem because the Republican Party is the party of Donald Trump. I'm just saying. Trump has massive appeal among Republican voters. Now, it went down slightly following the loss to Joe Biden, but it's still around 90%. Republicans love this guy. And while they may not die for him, they will certainly hurt and kill for him. Hell, maybe they will die for him, given what's happening in the Capitol right now. I mean, they rushed the barricades. They're in the Capitol building. Okay, but interestingly enough, I don't think you see as much force directed against them as you normally would see against people who are BLM or so-called Antifa. It's real strange. Although you did see some of that when the Proud Boys went after the police. That was an interesting moment. So you can see that there's civil war going on here between Republicans that are pro-Trump and establishment Republicans. So that's really interesting. Even in Congress, by the way. In Congress, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, I love saying that, he called the pro-Trump Republican effort to challenge the election certification a democracy death spiral. Here, take a look.
We cannot simply declare ourselves a national board of elections on steroids. The voters, the courts, and the states have all spoken. If this election were overturned by mere allegations from the losing side, our democracy would enter a death spiral.
Yeah, true. So now you've got Mitch McConnell versus Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, Jim Jordan, and some of the usual characters. But make no mistake, right? It's not like Mitch McConnell actually gives a shit about democracy. He doesn't. No, it's about holding on to his power. In fact, McConnell's allies, they told Kroshauer that they fear civil war within the GOP before the 2022 midterm elections that could cost some establishment Republicans their jobs one way or the other. So the alternative in their view is disastrous political outcomes in the near term with our primary fights, making the establishment Tea Party fights of 2010 to 2012 look like a picnic. So, you love to see it. You do. You love to see the Republican Party fall apart. Why? Look, here's the thing. They have reached their nadir, all right? The low point. The Republican Party is flying apart at the seams because of Donald Trump. The thing is, Donald Trump is a natural evolution of Republican politics, of conservative ideology, okay? The right wing in America right now has created an alternative reality that has forced the country further and further right in order to match the delusions of the base. And by the worst of the base. All Mitch McConnell wants to do himself, he wants to stay in power and he wants to make money. And he wants to serve the donors. That's what he does. That's all he's ever done. You know, pleasing donors, getting rich, and fucking over poor people. That's what he does great. But Donald Trump, being the logical endpoint of the far right, has unironically destroyed them. Interesting. Lindsey Graham, by the way, before he went all sycophant, he said it correctly. He said the Republican Party would be destroyed by Donald Trump and that they would deserve it. Who would have figured that Lindsey Graham, of all people, would be right on both counts? If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel. by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.